just gonna look at the new game room, game tables we got here.
Columns and
Oh.
we needed that last column to hold the balcony
Hold on.
on top of the portico.
Hang on just a second. Riker's very interested in the city we've built here, so I was gonna give him a tour. And let me first share this with Discord, let everyone know that we're live. Copy link. Let's see if that connects. All right, I think we're good again. All right, give me just a minute, Riker. We're good again. All right, give me just a minute, Riker. Before you keep asking me a dozen questions, let me try and get this set up, okay? And then we can look at the city and all the other stuff that you're excited about, okay?
Mr. Salty, think of yourself and think of poor old Big Badger. And that's for that horse. No good from getting involved with such a fast and irresponsible beast everywhere, making a big city destroyed and asphalt. Big Badger, that bungee cord was such menace to society. Think of yourself and think of plungers and think of the U.S. Army and ask for that horse. No good from getting about the bungee cord to plug in with such a fast and irresponsible bungee cord beast. And think of my brain and what do you and you think of the poor old refrigerator.
That's a lot of things to think about, man.
And you think of the poor old clock before them at the end.
All right.
No use. You'll never get me to get this up.
Okay. So, would you like me to show you around the table, Riker? Let me show you the city that we have here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah? Okay. There we go. Let's go this way.
Actually, I can show you.
You want to show me the city? All right.
I want to show you mine.
What would you like to? Wait. We're standing here.
I see you, Riker.
We're standing in this city.
I want to play with them.
Okay. So, hold on. All of our traffic lights got knocked down. And it looks like there's bad guys in the city. Hold on. Let me get a bad guy. Well, he might all be all done already. You want to stick with me, man? We just finished setting up the war game table and the other war game table. We have two of them now set up. One here for Warhammer 40K, and then kind of a spare table set up here. I just got Marvel Crisis Protocol up on the table because I just wanted to make sure the spacing and everything was okay. And Riker took a big interest in the fact that we had the city and all the cars up, so he's been playing in here this afternoon. How's it going? Welcome to Family Tabletop. All right, so one of the things I wanted to do, I finally finished making a bunch of this MDF terrain. So I have a whole bunch of this stuff I finished building, and I wanted to actually get all of it out on the table at the same time. So I'm gonna try and work on that, and I don't know, give a little tour of what we have set up here. Hey Riker, you want to come look at what I have here? Would you like to come see this boat? Hey, come look at my boat, man. You gotta get the water for the boat. All right. Right here. Come here. Come have a seat for a second, and I'm gonna get the water. I'm gonna get the ocean up, okay? And then I will let you help me build this boat out, and we'll put this big boat city together, okay? Will you wait here for me for a second?
Wait, may I have those guys? Because I need the three of them.
The three of what?
I need the three of you to help me put this together so I don't be in trouble.
You need the three of what to help you put this together?
To just like I was earlier.
Okay.
I need one.
You want to hang on to this tank over here?
Of course.
Yeah, okay, hold on. Will you sit here with the tank?
No,
It's okay, it's supposed to come off so that Hulk can throw it at things, right? Hulk can grab it, and you can go, whoop, right? Because Hulk loves grabbing tank pieces. He goes, oh, I love grabbing tanks. All right, here, chill here for a second while I roll this mat
Or maybe
up.
the three of you, we need an idea called the bungee.
Do we need an idea? All right.
We need
idea called the bungee, huh?
Nuh-uh.
Sounds like you got yourself fixed on the idea of are you talking about a bungee cord?
We need those guys.
You need what guys?
We need both.
You need one of these cars?
Yes.
Which like the yellow car?
Of course the yellow one.
All right.
And also
Okay.
one, two.
And also what?
And also those guys. And also that one.
All right, do you want to just play on this mat over here? Let me here. Want to turn your chair around? Here. I'll turn your chair around. There you go. All right. And I'll swing this around. All right.
Oh no! It's because of the holy
Okay. Need this. Okay. While you play here, I'm going to get the water map set up, okay?
They're going the wrong direction.
They are going the wrong direction. Well, here, look. So this says one way. Cars are only allowed to drive this way. If they drive the other way, they'll crash.
They're going to drive this way.
Yeah, they have to drive. There you go. You got it, right? All the cars have to drive this way. Okay? And what happens? Hold on. What happens if this car crashes into the barriers like that?
I do not want him to crash.
You don't want him to crash. Okay.
I gotta protect you.
You're going to protect him? Okay.
I gotta protect you. I'll move berries.
All right.
Hey, backhoe loader, will you help me? Backhoe loader. Backhoe loader says, okay, I flew you. I'll help you guys. And now, don't worry. I'm not gonna move. I'm not gonna step on you guys. I'm not gonna let you see, little guy. Let's go.
Okay. All right. You going to play well with those for a minute? Yeah? Okay.
Let's play well with them.
All right, good job, buddy. Okay, so water mat. And get that up on the table here, and then we'll start building our big Kainu city. See, so you can see it a little better. There we go. Okay. A magnitude 5.7 earthquake struck Chile today. Is that true? I hadn't seen that. That's a bummer. All right. Just finished up with this large piece here. This is from TT Combat, modular set, so you can open it up and combine it with other buildings of the same size and shape. All right, so my plan is to take these larger city tiles, plus that whole bin right over there is filled with more of them, and let's just see how much we can actually fill out. Hey, you may keep playing here with these, so long as you don't knock any stuff on the floor, okay? And so long as you don't crash them hard. You have to be very gentle with them, all right? And you may continue playing them, all right? You're doing a good job.
Okay, don't worry. I'll see you when the zombie talk. Don't worry.
Yeah, thank you, dude. All right.
Don't worry. Stinky says I.
Hey, how's it going, Sprout Guy? I am building this large war game city. So this is TT Combat MDF terrain. I have been putting this stuff together for the last couple of weeks. Like a kind of Venetian style city, plus the boat and all that stuff. And my goal is to get a sprawling city across a 4-foot by 5-foot mat. And I'd like to fill the whole thing out with fantasy terrain. The problem I have with a lot of fantasy terrain is like usually it's, you know, a blacksmith shop or a hotel or something like that, you know, an inn. But doesn't have a lot of verticality. So I'm hoping to get a build with a lot of verticality in there so that it's fun to kind of move around across like bridges and catwalks and stuff. Mike Minton, how's it going? For you and your family, pizzas are on me today. God bless you. Mike, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Mike just sent us $40 for pizza. Yeah. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate that.
Okay, zombie.
All right. Okay. I'm going to start spacing out some of these road pieces. I'm getting out the buildings.
Please step outside. I'm gonna fight you. I'm gonna not let you wreck the city.
Tower. Balcony.
Put up, Ramber. You promise not to crash, Ramber. Can you guys?
What's going on, dude?
Can any of you save the universe from a robot before he destroys that building?
Is there a robot destroying buildings over here?
Can you save me from a robot?
Here, do you want me to scoot you in a little bit? There you go. All right. All right, I'm going to start with the boat as the centerpiece and a tower off further in the distance.
I'm a zombie.
And let's get some roads built up around it. I think I want to create like a large, let's see, maybe a higher section in the middle so it creates kind of a barrier wall from one side to the other. Let's see what we can do.
I'll talk to Stinky. Alright, Stinky.
I like the modularity of these pieces because, you know, you can obviously just stack things up against each other and make a pretty cool detailed city. Hey, gentle, buddy. What about the cars that are wrecked?
We need all of the cars that are wrecked.
Well, you need all of the cars that are wrecked?
It's the destroyed ones. These are not enough.
Oh, I'm sorry. You need more cars?
Of course we did.
I think you got almost all the cars I have, dude. I think there might be one more car. I'm trying to think of where it might be. Oh, you know what? I know where it is. Hang on, I got one more car under here. Only one though. I have some barrels. You want some barrels? Barrels.
I think we'll get some.
No. I have barrels in here.
Let me reach them.
Okay, hold on just a second. They're not, you can't reach them until I lift this up.
I want to see the number car, and I want to see the barrels so I
Okay.
can knock the zombies out.
Here, the other car I have is another bulldozer.
Yes, because.
Okay.
Come on, Stinky.
Okay, here.
Stinky.
Barrels.
Can't beat Stinky.
All right.
Stinky. I got.
Yeah, you got all the stuff, okay?
They're in the way, guys.
Oh, whoops.
So you can stop me from.
Let's see. Terrain looks awesome. I agree. I really like this set, the Venetian set. There's like not a lot that looks like it. It's quite unique.
I'll use my tools on you.
Get that up there. Yeah, it's modular, unique set. Like it doesn't look like other stuff, and this thing is like. This is kind of a centerpiece, you know, but you could obviously have multiple of them and do like ship battles if you wanted to have like an actual naval combat setup. I think it's a really cool ship to do that with. All right, so previously I had this up here, and let me see what level I need to be at to get a bridge across there. Yeah, that's not too bad. Okay, so let me see. Some stairs. All right, so I need to bring that up sort of high on this side. So I'm going to have one of these pieces here, and let's bring 1, 2. Nope.
Upgrade for peanuts.
I hear the song you're playing.
Upgrade for peanuts.
I hear you, buddy. That's funny. All right.
Upgrade for peanuts, I mean.
Upgrade the peanuts?
Upgrade for peanuts.
Let's see. Let's actually go with this section high up and make it like a level ground. And then stairs. All right, except that it's stairs going to nowhere, so I think I actually want to save that stair set Here, this will do better. Smaller stairs. And then I can put a building off here to the side, like this one. Okay, there. Now you can see it a little better. Let's see. I might have to get further out. All right, stay there. Let's see. This one. Let's see what bridge comes to here. I definitely need to put together more staircases. I have just the 3 staircases, and I need some ladders to make it so you can actually get up terrain easy. Anyways, now I can add some more verticality to it. Let's see. Where'd you get that terrain? And where'd you get the terrain that you got your last video? Oh, the foldable. Okay, so the foldable terrain I got from a store called Squad Marks, and it's a local game store nearby me. That is, where did I put it? Right down here. So this is the Squad Marks terrain, and it is the Warhammer 40K bundle set of the terrain. So all of it fits in this box, and if I wanted to, I could actually get these little corner pieces folded down all the way, so it'd be even flatter than this. So it's about a third the thickness of this box. Anyways, I saw it at the game store in February. Or sorry, I saw it at the game convention in February, and just never made it by to the Squad Marks store out in Cyprus. It's actually just one dude who invented this terrain. He made one other product that I picked up. I kind of wanted to understand it. He started by creating this little disc. All right, so he's got this little disc, and what it is it clips around a miniature base. Hey, you are being extra rough with those guys. I can hear it. Be chill. I know, but be chill. Okay, so let's see if this one fits. Yeah, it's close. Okay, this one might be a little bit too big. So they come in sizes of like 25 to 27 millimeters and so on and so forth. This one will probably fit better on a kill team guy. All right, let's see. There we go. Okay, so you take the miniature and you kind of clip this around the miniature, and it adds a magnet to the bottom of it, right? So it expands a little bit, so it's kind of stretching. See that? Like when it's off of it, it goes slack, and now it stretches. So it's a way for you to magnetize your miniatures without like gluing them and magnetizing them if you want to avoid doing that, or if you have miniatures that have like flat bases, like resin miniatures often have flat bases. Anyways, it clips around them. Guy invented this thing, so I picked up a couple of these just to see how they work, and he made this terrain, which I saw at the game show back in February. I finally got out there 2 days ago, or yesterday maybe, I can't remember, this week, and picked up that set. Yeah, and actually, I got to put it all together today. So this stuff is Squad Marks. This modular, like Venetian city terrain, is from a set made by TT Combat. And this is, it's like their Venetian city that they designed for their Carnival game, which is like Assassin's Creed era, but like everything is grimdark and evil. It's kind of a cool looking setting, like the miniatures and everything that go in it. All right, let's get some more of these things moved around here. Hey, stop crashing. Hey, okay, all right. Okay, so here, we're gonna take a pause from it right now. No, you're good. We're just gonna take a pause from it because you're getting a little bit rough with it.
It's okay, buddy.
And,
it's time for dinner.
Yeah, and
Thank you. I want
You'll come back to it.
hey, buddy, we'll come back and play soon, okay? After you finish your dinner, you can come back and play. But we have to sort it out and make it a good-looking city again, okay?
I want to take one.
No, I can't take one because we don't have toys while we have dinner, okay?
Hey, come on, bud.
I want to take one.
Hello, lol YouTube, how's it going? Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Is it only available in that store? No, it actually has a. If you look up Squad Marks, there's actually an online store, and if you go to the video that I made, I actually posted a link in the description of that video that takes you right to the Squad Marks like online store. And on the online store, they have that foldable Warhammer 40K terrain. They have some fantasy terrain for like Age of Sigmar or like D&D. And the nice thing is, like, if you're using it for like a TTRPG, you basically have like this ready to go travel bag of terrain that's super easy to put up. Let's see, because I only get that terrain if it's online. Then I can actually get it. Yeah, no, it's online, and the guy's got a store online. See, do you have painting plans for all that? Looks immersive as heck. You know what? I've been going back and forth on that. Do I want to paint this stuff? We even went out and picked up an airbrush. This is an airbrush. My son was very eager to start airbrushing his Tyranids, but I thought, you know what? If I am going to paint this stuff, it'd probably be a lot easier to airbrush it than like just dry brushing and like rattle canning the whole thing. So I picked up an airbrush with the thought that I wanted to paint this stuff, but I kind of think that I want to leave it be. I don't know. It looks good as it is. I actually do like the way that like just the wood look to it. It's simple. It's still, yeah. You're right. It has like an immersive quality to it. Let's see. There we go. Let's get that one. I want to make a series of walkways around the water, and then have some buildings in them. My goal in the end is to have a couple more towers like this, and some ways that you can get more vertical. Like here, let's see, where's that one? Like this one. So, you know, in various war games, you can have it be like, you know, your character goes in a door here, maybe spends an action to get up to a second floor, and emerges from the second floor in order to get some elevation. And at least that's probably some of the war gaming that we're going to be playing with these things. It'll probably be a little closer to like tabletop RPG war games. All right, let's put that one there. And then I think I want to try and link these two together with a bridge going up onto the balcony here. Okay, so I need to bring this one up a little higher. All right. Let's see. Oh, do you know if they ship to Europe, both the 40K and the city train? You know what? I don't know if they ship to Europe. I guess hold on. Let me think. I was talking with the guy in his store yesterday, and that didn't come up specifically, but he was talking about like open up a war game store and trying to get things, you know, in together. I would imagine he does ship to Europe. This guy seemed pretty together. You know, like I don't know, he was a youngish dude who owns a war game store that works solely on memberships. You know, like he obviously sells a bunch of stuff, but he has a system where there's like 120 people who have a membership. There's like a gate code to get into the place, and then you can just show up at any time. It was a really cool store to see because I hadn't seen a war game store like that before. All right, I want to get this one here, and then the bridge going across the two. Okay, this has to go up a little higher. Let's see, 2 squares should do. Yeah, and this is where I'll need new staircases, or more staircases, just to get up to other levels. I don't know, I'm a big terrain person. Like, the more and more I play war games and tabletop games, I love terrain, and I think the thing I love the most in terrain is like the verticality. Like, I love heights and advantages. It's just, I don't know, it reminds me of playing XCOM. You know, like you're playing XCOM and you take one of the people with the jetpacks and you just go straight up into the air. All right, see, I'll check it out. Makes it hard at these things, living in Norway. Okay, I got you, yeah. Most of the terrain I can get in local stores are GW, and the terrain isn't amazing. Well, I think I know what you mean about the GW terrain not being amazing. It's generally pretty expensive, but yeah, it's not like the best terrain out there. Their Necromunda stuff is pretty cool. And I think the Necromunda stuff is probably some of my favorite terrain, especially of GW's terrain pieces. Mostly for like all the modularity where you can like build out like catwalks and barriers and stuff, but it's really expensive. It is probably one of like the most expensive terrains. All right, and this is where the modularity thing comes in. So I can take this other balcony here and set it on top and pull this roof off, put this roof on, and if I have another set of bridges, I can just take another bridge up here, and then I would probably throw some scatter terrain around this edge thing just to make it not look so flat. And let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and do that. Okay, let's see. So I have a few more buildings that I just haven't finished building yet. And then I have a whole other shipment of this stuff I ordered, and it should be here tomorrow. So okay. All right, 2 more pieces. Go right there, and okay. All right, let's take a little tour. Hey, TSL Frontman, how's it going? It's a really cool model for hobby business. If you can keep up those subscriptions, kind of wish I could do that. Yeah, so right now, apparently the 120 people he has as memberships in his store right now pretty much keep the store open for him. Let's see if this will let me flip it around. There we go. Okay, so let's take a look through it. So this is one full set of the Venice street tiles and one full set of the elevated Venice street tiles, a boat, and then all the rest of the buildings that are here, including the bridges, are all part of like the same bundled package, including actually the streets. So these elevated streets are like a separate thing, but all these like basic street pieces come in like a giant bundle set they have for, I think it's like $250. Plus I'm missing, not the boat. The boat was an additional set. Balconies, 1 building, 2 building, 3 building, 4 building. Oh no, 4 building, 5 building. There we go. So there's 5 additional buildings that I have to build and structure out to put in this thing. But oh,
I must give this to you.
thank you.
And you must stop this because it's too much noise. You must go to
Okay. Thank you, Riker. Hey, you're doing a good job eating your food. I will reorganize the city over here. Oh, yeah, thank you. Okay, yeah, you keep it down, okay, Bubs? And put airbrush back. Yeah. Bishop just started learning to use this last week, and he started just testing out with this one. This is the first model he airbrushed, and then he actually started doing some blending with this model. It's not him trying to actually make it look good necessarily. He's just trying to learn how to use it at the moment. But yeah, I'm excited that he's gonna become an airbrush master. Going well. Let's see. Starting a 4-day weekend for a family reunion up on the coast. You get to mentor a step nephew about their diabetes. Interesting, huh? I guess if you're mentoring someone about diabetes, my guess is that maybe you have diabetes as well? Huh. Let's see. When can you model my game? This looks amazing. So, well, okay, can you explain more? What do you mean, model your game? I guess my thought was, do you have a like TTRPG or a war game or something like that you're building? All right, so I picked up a bunch of resin models from Etsy because I've been looking for miniatures that would work well in the tabletop RPG that we're playing, because the TTRPG that we're playing is game table. It's a joke. Okay, all right, cool. Yeah, sorry, it was lost on me. Thank you though. All right, the TTRPG that we are playing in it's not like a weird fantasy. It's just it's kind of an abnormal fantasy game. It's not like Dungeons and Dragons where everything's kind of like magically zany. So I was looking for miniatures on Etsy because a lot of like the Warhammer miniatures, they're like a little bit too much or a little bit not enough. So anyways, looking for miniatures, I found like, here's a character that would be basically like a roughneck. You know, they're like a road warden. I have a Riker. So this is like a werewolf bear. And he's got stuff bolted to his arms. You know, like weapons and armor and stuff. I think it's a really cool looking bear. I'm going to start priming these guys and getting them painted. But the goal is to get them playing in this city. And I think they're actually the perfect scale. Yeah. Let's see. Let's try a door there. You know what? Yeah, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. Let's see. Let's try one of these archways. A couple of these characters are jumping. Let's grab her because she's just standing. Oh, yeah. She's great. That's great scale. Okay. See a guy up on the balcony here. Okay, this Valetian up here on the bridge. Oh, there's a rooftop running girl. Oh, I love this miniature. I love this animation where they're like kicking their foot up off the rooftop. You know, obviously it's silly if she's down here because she's running on the rooftop still. It's just, I don't know. It's a cool model. All right, I have a wolfhounder with her dog. I think I got about 16 of these. The Strahman Knight. A witch hunter. I don't know which one this would be. I'm guessing this would probably be like a luck gunner. She doesn't have any guns though. So maybe she's a firebrand or another roughneck. A Drua. Hey, be calm, dude. A Drua. And another Drua friend. Actually, I'm going to put all three of the Drua next to each other. So we have an Augur, a Riker, and Augur, Riker. I'm trying to remember what the other Drua. Oh, and a Soul Beast. Okay. This would be some sort of wizard. I just like the model. She's kind of jumping out of her spell. It looked like she's being teleported, like or just jumping up. I don't know. It was really cool. A lamplighter. I'll put the lamplighter over by the tower. And this one is definitely a luck gunner. And she's going to be pressing her luck right there on the edge of that building. And then last one, this one, I would probably say is a firebrand. She's summoning like licks of flames. I'm going to stick her with the other, hold on, I'll put all three of them together. So I did this on purpose. Like I got specific models to make out teams. So this would be like a team of witch hunters and a team of Drua, and then some miscellaneous teams. But yeah, the scale of those is fantastic. Yeah, thank you. I think they look really good. I do. Thanks for asking. You have type 1 diabetes since you were 10. Nephew is 12 and recently diagnosed. I'm so sorry to hear that. That's a bummer, man. Let's see. I'm not sure if I've ever met them before. Oh, okay. Well, hey, it'll be a first time. You can play a game. Bring something cool, like bring an exciting board game, or maybe like start a TTRPG, help them make a character. 12 years old is like, they're starting to get into you know, kind of cool games. You know, not just Roblox and Minecraft. Let's see. They did a good job with the laser cuts, making things look detailed and realistic without looking busy or tacky. Yeah, there's a couple of them that are a little busy, but I know what you mean. They're not like super fiddly Warhammer. At first, when I was looking at them, I wasn't sure if I liked the detail on them. Let me see if I can get this where you can actually see it. So you can see she's got like a necklace and some buttons. But yeah, as I looked at them, I was like, you know, they actually are pretty good. So I kept the company's card. So this is like all of these miniatures were from the same company. It was all Inspire 3D. And they sent me this card inside the thing because apparently if you're buying their miniatures off Etsy, Etsy charges an additional 30% in fees. So you can actually apparently get the miniatures cheaper from the website. So if I'm going to pick up like another 10 or 20 of these guys, I'll probably do it directly from the website. But yeah, I think they look really good. I wasn't sure at first, and then I actually got them all glued to their bases, and now I'm a lot more happy with them. So we'll get them painted up and see how it goes. All right, let me get this plugged back up here so that we don't die. All right. So the other thing that I'm planning on doing is putting away Marvel Crisis Protocol, because I was mostly just fielding it to, you know, get it back out on the table again, get familiar, figure out exactly where we wanted to put this. So here, actually, I don't know why I put this back on the thing. Here, I'll show you what I did with all the Lego Town. So this whole area of the house here used to all be Lego Town. Anyone who's like watched older videos, you probably saw it in the background whenever we were talking in the other room. This giant carnival Lego Town. Over the last month, we've basically taken it apart and built it up into the kitchen. So there's a big section of the Ninjago sets and some of the haunted house back there, along with the London Bridge. Some of them I put back there just for storage, and then the rest of them, like I kind of put in here for, I don't know, just to get them out of the way, but I thought they looked really nice. So yeah, I got the roller coaster and the two towers there, and then all the modular buildings, the big tree and the merry-go-round. Anyways, once we had all those out of the way, we took another section of the Lego Town up to Riker's room. And this is still a work in progress. I have a lot of work to do on this section of the Lego Town. So, all right. We basically transported, this was really tough because this piece and this piece and this piece are all interconnected down to the baseboard, plus this piece is on the same baseboard as them. So we had to transfer those, like whatever, that whole section all together. And then this Ewok village with the Lord of the Rings boat built onto it, that's all like one set piece as well. So that was, and it's with the same base plate as the lighthouse. Anyway, so initially we put all roads up here, and I thought Riker would have fun playing roads in here. He just didn't care. He would like crash of cars a few times and then just didn't care. So I was like, you know what? He has been playing in the weird little forest and the Mermaid Island, and he's been playing here when the Lego Town was down there. So I just transported it all up to his room, and I'm going to finish building it. I'm going to make the Death Star a giant mine with like lava on one side and waterfalls on the other side. Something kind of like this thing. I'm going to make it weird, and I'm going to make a Minecraft mine going up into it with cranes and construction. The train track will continue all the way around here, and it actually goes into the tunnel there underneath the indoor forest, and the train can actually fit underneath there. And then the train comes around through here and goes there. So they'll have like a train track. I understand that this is all being built and he will probably destroy it. And I kind of just make peace with that. So I think like I want him to have fun with it, you know, like no one's really using the Legos right now. See, have you ever made a video showing all of your 40K models yet? Okay, thank you for asking. I have not. But now that I have everything all set up here, it's gonna be super easy for me to just bring out all of the kill team teams. So like, I keep all the kill team stuff in these little trays that we got from, not Hobby Lobby, Michael's, I think, maybe Hobby Lobby. Anyways, they fit perfectly inside here, and you can usually get about 2 teams inside. And what I'll probably do is actually just get, you know, all of the kill teams out there, do a video about kill team. And then I'll get like all the Warhammer 40K stuff out there and then do like 40K. That's about most of the Warhammer stuff I have. I have a ton of Necromunda stuff, but I've kind of put that on the back burner because really I'm trying to focus on this fantasy terrain and getting this whole tabletop RPG setup finished. So that's been a big priority for me. My friend is launching a tabletop RPG, and it is the coolest tabletop RPG that I've played out of all the games I've played, and it's probably the one that's the most interesting to me of the systems I've looked at. But experiencing it firsthand, it's a wonderful game. And so my goal is to get war games on the table in his game system, because the game system, like, it would be really easy to play like a team versus team or a player versus environment situation. Like basically you'd have this village overrun with zombies or something, and there's an asset to get to here, and you'd have 3 or 4 people playing at the same time, all trying to go get the asset, but you're basically playing with the TTRPG rules. And it's not like Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition where everyone's turn takes like 30 minutes. It's very fast moving, even with like some complicated spell casting and like combat situations, like where you have characters that can attack 4 or 5 times a turn when they're like higher level. Anyways, the goal is to design that like Necromunda and basically make a TTRPG fantasy Necromunda game, mostly to help promote my friend's game. And I think it might be something I could teach Riker how to play. Because ultimately, like, my goal is get Riker to come to the table with us, you know, sit down and play some games. You know, not just destroy cars, because this is usually, you know, what he does to play. So, but I want to get him to play a game in such a way where he like rolls the dice and actually looks to see what he's rolled. So far, the only game we've gotten him to play was Break the Ice, and he's not that into it. All right, now that I have all that out, I'm going to put these miniatures all back away because I need to start going through and magnetizing their bases. But I'm gonna, once I do that, I'm gonna show you the other side over here where I have a workstation. Actually, I'll just do that now. I can put that away in a minute. All right, this is my MDF workstation. So I made a separate YouTube channel. I'm not gonna like link to it or anything because I'm not trying to cross promote from here to there. These are actually my son's Raveners. He's been building those. So yeah, this is like our working station. This is where he does his Tyranid models. This thing's freaking awesome. Like that guy's nasty. I don't know how to fight that in kill team, right? Taking my 10 guys up against that thing does not seem fair. Hold on, I lost my train of thought. All right, anyways, workstation. So I'm going to be building a lot more MDF stuff, and I wanted to just have a place where I could do it, you know, and you know, since we're already going to be converting this table over into like another war game table, my thought was, okay, we could have a permanent mat up here on this side, something here in the middle between the 2 boards, and then another section here where we could play games, but we could also like use it as a workstation. And since I have so much darn MDF stuff to put together, this is a perfect place to put it together because I can get all my stuff on my MDF tray where I have all my clips and clamps and glue and Mod Podge and all that nonsense. Oh, and I built a little section back there because Needles has been hanging out. I don't know, I think he's getting old. Needles normally likes to hang out. He's got a favorite spot on the couch he's just destroyed. That's his spot normally. He hangs out here. Hey, buddy. Oh, are you eating persimmons? Dude, you monster. Give it to me. No, give it to me. You give it to me. No, that's mine. That's mine. Shame on you. We don't eat persimmons. That's Barkley. That's Riker's dog. Anyways, MDF section. So built this, or just equipped this card out, got all this stuff set up here, ready for MDF things. Needles, I made him a little bed back there because he's trying to kind of get away from everyone else. And then down here, I used this Arco Mills storage container to basically put extra strips of MDF that I need to get at. So if there's a set and it has like a cool piece like this is something I can use as an archway. Very neat. And then obviously scraps and stuff. When you're building MDF, sometimes you need like little slivers just to glue between stuff. Needles name from Back to the Future. No, I had 2 cats a long time ago. One of them was named Bullets, and one of them was named Needles. It's from Halo 3. I don't know, it's just something annoying my cousin used to say when he was killing people in Halo. Like, do you like bullets? Do you like needles? It's not even that funny, but I guess it was funny to me at the time. And so I named 2 cats that. So he's named Needles after the ammunition type in Halo 3. Yeah, where you shoot the pink laser and it tracks into people. All right, okay, so give me your honest opinion. What do you think of this? And I mean, you can either post it in the comments or the chat. Like, is this a terrain piece that you would be interested in playing a war game on? And if you can try and imagine it being even more vertical, like maybe a few higher towers or like bridges over bridges, maybe even bridges going to these mast pieces. So is that something that would be cool to play on? I think it would, but like I'm very new to war games, and maybe there's some perspective about this where people are like, oh no, that doesn't work out well. I don't know. You know, because the 40K terrain that I generally see at the LGS is usually pretty sparse. You know, it's like 5 or 10 pieces, almost like the way Marvel Crisis Protocol has like a certain number of pieces, and maybe there's rules to it. Because like in Marvel Crisis Protocol, you have to be able to fit like a movement tool width between each one of these things, and you can't like, that's too close, right? And Warhammer seems to be similar. I don't know. When I'm like building out a map, oh man, I love just putting just dense stuff everywhere, making it look like it's a real place, like not a diorama, but somewhere that you could imagine being. You know, like boxes and barrels and stuff. Look, straight out of the last act in Final Fantasy 15. See, focus on significant locations that players' enemies will focus on or travel between in combat. That's very interesting, because that was one of the thoughts that I had, is like, since I have so much verticality on the board with like a building like this, my thought was, since we're playing with a tabletop RPG rules essentially, like imagine Dungeons and Dragons rule set, okay? And your character has a move action and then like a bonus action and an action, right? So my thought was like a player could move their movement range, and if they can get into a door, then they can use another action to travel up flights or something. And that would be able to get them up to different like verticality. I hadn't thought of any type of like, manhole covers or something, but that is an interesting idea too. Like some sort of sewage system. Yeah. I also, with the TT Combat Company, I also picked up a bunch of their Carnival miniatures. The TT Combat Company was like so generous to me. I reached out to them and just asked them if I could get a discount if I picked up like a big order. and they ended up giving me like a 50% discount. Like I've never got a 50% discount on like a new product, you know, like, so that was crazy. I was blown away. That was totally generous of them. And that stuff should be arriving tonight or tomorrow. And it's basically more of this stuff. I got another couple of these boats. And my goal with the boats is to actually build buildings into them, because that's what the city's supposed to look like. So there'll actually be a boat like this, but instead of just a platform there'll probably be a tower or something coming out of the boat, a structure that is basically built into the boat, as though the boat is not supposed to move. Let's see. That'd be such a cool Watergate town. We see, hold on, Watergate town. Do you mean Water World? Oh, no, folks, so from D&D. Oh, I've not played Watergate. Is that like one of the modules from D&D? I'm guessing that's Forgotten Realms? Yeah, I've only explored D&D like locations and areas a little bit. Like we did the Waterdeep Dragon Heist, and a long time ago I did Temple of Elemental Evil. A bunch of stuff in Eberron, but that was also a long time ago. Anyways, yeah, so there's a bunch of locations from D&D that I don't recognize. Anyways, I'll have to consider some other kind of traversal. Oh, zip lines. Zip lines could be cool. Nate, that's awesome. I'm giving you credit for that. I would not have thought of zip lines. That would be rad to have a zip line that goes from here. Oh, that would be so cool. All right, I got to talk to Rodney and see if zip lines are reasonable in a Kainu city. That sounds fun. Let's see. On the boats, if somebody jumped into the water, what keeps the boat up if the tower is built onto it? Okay, good question. So in the lore of this setting, these boats are actually beached. So the boats at some point are beached, and since they're stuck there, because they're massive boats, and since they're stuck there, they just start building like their cities into them. And then if the water starts to increase and the boats are lifted up, they actually build arches, kind of like cathedral arches. What are those called? Flying buttresses. So they build like arches going up to support the boats. And at some point, they may even like detach the boat and release it. But the boats, I guess, can stay stuck for long periods of time, so they just build the city around them while the boats are there and live peacefully. And then if the water recedes again, it's a game where time is a little bit different. You know, like years are much longer. So if something is in a place for like, you know, I don't know, like 20 years, it's a really, really long time. It's like 2 times longer than a regular 20 years. Anyways, one of the main things I'm interested in about this city is like the verticality and playing war game with verticality, because I love the idea of Necromunda. Let's see, gotta go now. Really cool city. Cool, thank you, Sprout Guy, appreciate it. Do you mainly, let's see, do you use it mainly for combat and do theater of the mind during the non-combat? So that's a cool question. This is not what we would use in our like weekly sessions. So we play in this game system every Friday night. We've taken 4 weeks off for the last weeks because it's just summertime. People are on vacation. Everyone's gone. Tomorrow night's going to be our first night back into our game. Most of the time we just do theater of the mind. Like we just, imagine it out. Like the players haven't had a lot of combat, and in the times when we do have combat, I usually will make a mat. Like here, I'll show you what I have. This is what I have set up for the game on Friday, tomorrow. If the players go there, right? I don't even know if they're going to go there. I have it all prepped. It's ready to go. And if they decide to go there, there is a underground temple. Let me turn this around. Okay, so these are 3 different levels to an underground temple. This is the lowest level, top level, middle level. There we go. Yeah, and I basically just used all this scatter terrain to kind of position things. I made 3D images to go with this, so I actually have images of what it looks like to be in this hallway looking at this door. So for a lot of it, we'll play theater of the mind, and I'll have an image up on the TV screen here, and my players will just tell me they're here. And when they decide to move somewhere, and let's say they open this door up, I have a new image for what this room looks like. And I actually have 3 for this room because it's kind of big. And then this like little kitchen area here. And then there's like a set of stairs in one of these places that leads down to here. So I just have all this stuff set up. I actually had this set up for about, probably about 4 weeks. But since we took a long break, I just left it up on that board. And I kind of put it up on the top shelf just to keep it out of the way. But I don't like it when the game turns into Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition and it's just a slog and people are like measuring out their movements, thinking about their bonus action, moving backwards a square so they can get maximal opportunity on range and blah, blah. It's just when it turns into that like that Warhammer 40K turn, it's so obnoxious. So this game fortunately doesn't play that way. There's a number of reasons, but mechanically it doesn't become as granular as Dungeons & Dragons, but it's also like pretty mechanical. Like it's not like Shadow Dark where you just kind of hand wave stuff. Like Shadow Dark, it's like, yeah, you're close enough, right? Like you're about 30 feet, you're fine, right? Like that's Shadow Dark. This game is still like, no, you can hit up to 9 squares away or whatever, right? Or whatever that'd be, like 45 feet, right? So it's still pretty specific like that, but for whatever reason, it plays so much faster. So this whole situation they're coming into, there will be some combat there. And that's why I made the maps. Otherwise, I usually don't bother with the maps. I just go the AI images and show the players the AI images, and the game moves real quick. So, let's see. Ooh, idea from the book. On the top of Pope's high-rise, there's an escape route hidden on the roof, okay? A hidden mechanism beneath the streets has a zip line ready to pop up. One-time escape route. Ooh, that's interesting. Which could create very interesting situational things if you have like a one-time use item and you have like 4 teams. If like 4 teams are playing in this area and only the first team that escapes on this way gets to use the zip line, yeah, there could be some real advantage there. That's an interesting idea for a mechanic. I'm not sure how I would make it work, but I probably would have it be something like, what would that be called? Like a mission. There's a lot of different war games that have like narrative focus. Like if you think of the Imperial Assault game and Zombicide, and they have like operation missions. I know what you're talking about, but that's a cool idea. Thank you, Nate. Let's see, what was the last thing I was going to show? So Marvel Crisis Protocol, terrain stuff. I need to make something for these mats because I keep putting the mats out, and when I put the mats out, like their corners are doing this thing. And like this, like down here where it lifts up, and it bums me out. So I really don't want to have the mats like this because they don't seem to enjoy it. I think I want to have them in some kind of like box where it's also still easy to see all of them. I don't know, like a sorting rack. I have no idea. Yeah, but I now have a bunch of them, so I need to actually find some way to store them and not have them get destroyed. So, let's see. Oh, that was the other one I was going to show. Okay, so I got a demo copy of a game. When I went to the last war game convention, there was a guy in the main hall. This is a demo of a game that is still in Kickstarter. Has not been released. So I got like early access to this thing. Hey, Chevron, how's it going, man? I got early access to a few video games. That was always something I was really interested in. Like when Slay the Spire first came out and it was in beta access. Oh man, I was so into playing a game that didn't exist yet. I don't know. It was to me it was exciting because I've always been like a person interested in playing a mechanic I haven't seen before, and so I guess that's kind of what intrigued me or got me interested in early access games. But now that I'm messing around with like real games, board games and war games, I've found it very interesting to do the same exact thing, but with real games. You know, like Rodney's game, Malachi's game that I got to play earlier this year. Basically, just the ability to test out stuff that doesn't exist yet. This is Terminus Frontier. So this is a hybrid of a board game and a war game together. Now I haven't gone through all the rules yet, so I'm not going to know exactly how the mechanics work, but I'll tell you the basic premise. Okay, so it's got a weird aesthetic. It is like cyberpunk fantasy. The guy who makes this game is a video game designer. I know his name. He's on Discord. His name is Jason, but I don't know. Oh, here we go. Here, Jason. So one of you guys can look him up. Jason Young. He does. Oh, and Jeffrey Young. He does video games. I think he said he worked for either Blizzard or who makes Halo? Bungie. But I'm probably wrong. Whatever as I think, I'm sure I'm wrong. Anyways, the game is kind of like a video game, kind of like a war game, right? You have a map with squares here. I don't want to start taking all the components out until I can build it, but like this, it's got like some stuff like Descent, right? I mean, I would also even compare it to some degree to something like Descent, because there's cards, there's character cards where, let me find one of the character cards. So in some ways it's like a board game, a war game, and Slay the Spire the card game combined. Because you're like building up a character, like you get one character, I get one character, right? We can play 4 people at the same time. You're building up a character. Oh yeah, here we go. Here's the different characters. And I can show you their cards too. Okay, so here's the different characters. There's a Pistol Girl, Vanguard guy, the Zealot. I can just read their names. I don't know why I'm not. And the Operative. Pistol Girl is actually named Maverick, right? Okay, so they have these decks. And then they have these cool cards, right? So it's kind of like a video game. Like you can already tell. It's like, look, there's an inventory section. And then there's all these places where I can put like little tokens. So I can start out, when I'm playing the game, my head has 1 health. So I put whatever, like a block here to show that I'm at 1 health. And as I get equipment, it will raise my health up. And as I get better equipment, and then there's sections where I can put guns. So this is basically like your menu in a video game, but you're playing it on a grid, and it's just a weird, it's a really weird combination of lots of different things. And when I saw it, I kind of knew exactly what it was. I looked at it and I went like, that's a video game, war game. And I looked at it and I saw there was little decks of cards all over the place. And I was like, card game. And there's ways that, here's like some of the tiles, right? And let's see. Yeah, when I was talking with him, I said, okay, so what's the deal with the decks of cards? So you have like shooting, right? And you have a deck of cards that's your ammunition. And you dump out cards off the top of the deck. And those are the bullets that you fired. And I was like, that's cool. And then you have a separate deck for like skills that your character has. So it's like multiple decks. You're firing your gun, and you have like a hand of cards that are skills that allow you to like play out, let's say, the ability to move and shoot in the same action. Anyways, it's a weird game. I haven't really seen a board game, war game that was like this before. So I'm really excited for this. And this is something that I would get a copy of. Because I think games like Slay the Spire, games like this, games like Descent even, like my main problem with Descent as a board game is like the setup time is ridiculous. It's not fast to set up, and it's not easy to keep up the map because you're changing maps all the time. So Descent was a game that was difficult for us to play regularly because of like setup and takedown. I think there is some like big ease in the modularity of this, and then something about the mechanics seemed very organic and interesting. I think this is a game that would be really good to play with younger kids, like maybe even 8. I would try and play this with my nephew Grant because I think like the premise he can just get, right? And it's kind of cool because you're setting up terrain. Honestly, I think terrain is the way to get kids into games. Like, I think when you show a kid this thing and you go, here, you get to be this dude, right? Move this dude around and kill some stuff, right? And then you populate it with zombies or whatever. Like, the kid's into it. And then you say, well, here, no. You don't just get to say you win. You got to roll these dice to say if you win, right? I think the terrain makes it so if you want to play a game with kids, it's easy. And I think some of these, like these video gamey designs, make it really interesting for a kid to want to play because they already recognize some of the mechanics. Like, I'm not kidding. This is a menu, right? This is when you press start, because there's your hands and there's your head and there's your, it's so cool. I don't know. I saw this thing and I was like, I got to get your number, dude. And he gave me his number, right? And then I messaged him on Discord a couple weeks ago and he's like, I asked him, like, is there a way, if I back this right now, could I get a copy of it? And he was like, you know what? I'll send you a demo. So I'm going to make some content for this game and like show how it works and how it plays. Because I think, I don't even know how much it is on Kickstarter. I'm guessing somewhere between 150 and 300. Like, that's just based on the components in the box. That would be my guess. It's going to be in Gloomhaven range of price for a board game. Like more than Zombicide. Yeah, you get what I'm saying. So, all right, a bunch of you got saying stuff here. Let's see, Toast Truck. Oh, how are you? Sorry, I'm way behind. How are you? I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. And how are you doing? This XP thing is kind of cool. Let's see, single people. You're looking at the top of my head here. Let me do this better. All right. Gotta go. Okay, see you, Toes. All right. T-Dog. Terrain. Oh yeah, terrain makes the environment setting feel real. No, I like Nate. I totally agree. I think the terrain actually. I think the terrain brings people into the setting, and the cooler and the uniquer and like the more it feels like it's a real place. Yeah, I think that helps to bring people into it. I don't think it's a great way to play tabletop RPGs. Like, I'm not super into playing a discussion TTRPG while sitting around this thing. You know, I mean, I guess if I had really comfy chairs, I wouldn't mind, but I think it's actually better to sit comfortable. Sorry, my phone keeps coming unplugged. My phone is at that stage where, like, if the charging port gets bumped, it just vomits it back out. Oh, come on. All right, it's being super difficult now. There we go, we got it. All right, I'm not gonna touch it. Let's see. For the kids especially. See, I used to like playing larger, complex board games, but toddlers make it challenging to keep the pieces on the table. You're right. T-Dog, how old are your toddlers? Like, toddler to me means like 4 or 5. Yeah, that's a difficult age to play anything with. You know what I mean? Like, even Mousetrap is hard to play with young kids. You know, because they're just trying to make it fire. Let's see. Just tuned in. Who's this guy taking Riker's spotlight? It's a good point. He's out in the garage right now. He was definitely having a good time back here, hanging out with Marvel Crisis Protocol. Let's see. Yeah, no, I know I'm killing the vibes. I'm sorry. I'll try to fix it. Let's see, 3 and 5 years old. Man, if you're trying to play like complex board games with 3 and 5-year-olds, or do you mean you're trying to play on your own and they just keep stealing the stuff from your table? Because I totally understand that too. If I'm trying to play something on my own, Riker will just come and start like taking miniatures and stuff. When Bishop and I are playing this thing, Riker will come over here and like he'll start, and I can see Bishop kind of going like, well, no, don't, I know the exact place that thing is at, and you're about to disrupt it. Bishop is so funny. Anyways, this game looks awesome. If you're like a board game, Argus, if you got friends that you could play like a physical game with, dude, I think it'd be a sweet game. At least, I don't know, check it out. But when I get a chance to play this, because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just play a solo game by myself, see what it's like. And then once I know the rules, I'll play with Bishop, and then the moment I can play with Bishop and we can complete a game or whatever, I'm gonna then try and play with Landon and maybe Landon and Steven. So I'm just gonna get different play tests in and see how this goes and see what it plays like, because right now, probably one of my favorite games to bring out for cooperative play is the Slay the Spire game. I don't even know why I plugged my phone in. Just don't know why I do it. The Slay the Spire game, I think, is one of my favorite games I have ever played. I don't know how they managed to do it, but it is a genius design for a game, because it's card game that like a non-card gamer can learn, obviously. Let's see. Had my sister and her husband living with us and had a lot of opportunities to play Dune. Oh, that's cool, man. Yeah, okay, that'd be a bummer. So is Dune kind of like Risk or something, or like Twilight Imperium? I'm guessing it's like Twilight Imperium. Oh, that would be disastrous. Kids running around taking that? Yeah, I get you. See, we do play Twilight Imperium once or twice a year. Maybe we can make another night of this game. Looks really cool. So maybe we can make another. Okay, that would be cool, Argus. And if you wanted to play with me, oh, that'd be awesome. I would send you pictures of the stuff or something, and you could just, I don't know, make a little paper model so you can put your own things down. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'll draw cards for you. I don't know. I'll make it work. But it'd be cool to play test it with people. Okay, so the Slay the Spire game, so well made, because it's a similar thing, right? Boom! It's a video game chart. It's so well done to track your energy, your armor, your hit points, your stances when you're the what is it, Watcher, Disciple? She was originally called the Disciple or the Watcher, and the Watcher. There we go. Yeah. So and then check your stances. It tells you on the card what that little symbol does. And there's a little thing in here that has those symbols, right? So it's so well done. And since it's Slay the Spire, you're playing a card game, but you're playing a card game that teaches you how to play it while you play. Because you start out with like 10 cards, and there's basically 2 types of cards in your deck: defense and attacks, plus like maybe 1 or 2 unique cards. And it's very simple to play this game. The best thing about it is, because it's a card-based game with like so many complex parts of the game running, people don't generally try and tell each other how to play their turn, but it's really easy to play the game cooperatively. One player's going, I can put weakness on this row. And another person's saying, I got 6 damage I can put out on this row. And another person's saying, can anyone put vulnerability on them, because I have the ability to do like about 20 damage in 3 different hits, right? And so it's a really cool cooperative game, because you get people trying to combine each of their characters' abilities. And since you're building you're basically building a TTRPG party. There's the warrior, the rogue, the robot is a wizard, and the purple girl is a monk, obviously. And you're basically just building a dungeon party. It's such a good game. We've played it with Steven and Landon now, like just the 4 of us. We played it about 5 or maybe like not 5 different times, but like where we start a game, we get through Act 1, come back a week later, go to Act 2. We've probably played about 6 times and completed the game, I think, twice. It's just so good. It's really well done. So I love this type of like video game, board game design. I think it's one of the reasons why I asked in that last video, do you think TTRPGs should be designed more like board games? Or more like video games? And this kind of thing was sort of one of the thoughts I had. I wonder if this would be helpful in a tabletop RPG, to catalog different things. A lot of people complain about TTRPGs being like D&D 5th edition being like a video game where you just hit the buttons. And I know, I get it. That sucks. That's not interesting. But still, that doesn't mean you can't borrow some ideas or mechanics or notions from video games and try and make tabletop RPGs better. I just don't know which mechanics you would do that with, which, is kind of the reason I asked the question. All right. I rambled on for a little bit. Let me see. We should try it out. I have a list of games I'm wanting to play. I'm very against it, but I feel... I'm very against it, but I feel it needs to go that way. So are you saying you're against tabletop RPGs being similar to video games? And if you are, I totally understand. Hold on, I'm getting my tea. I mean, I get it, right? Because if you make the TTRPG too much like a video game, there's the problem of it being video gamey, right? And then your players don't talk in character. Your players aren't playing a character. Your players are just being whatever, Jeff as a knight, right? They're basically being, it's like playing World of Warcraft, right? They're just going into it and doing boss raid, you know, unless I guess if you're on a World of Warcraft RP server, but I only made fun of those. I never played in them. Might as well play a video game. You know, okay, there is some truth to that in the ease of operation, but here's my thought about like the video game thing. When I'm playing these you know tabletop games, I'm doing it to connect with people, you know, and the reason why I've mostly chosen real games to try and connect with people, because I tried to connect with my son for years while playing video games. Like he was into Minecraft, and so I'd be like, I guess I'm playing Minecraft, right? And he was into he never got into Roblox, but he was into some other kind of, it wasn't like a Lego game. I think he liked Minecraft for a long time. He kind of got into Pokemon, so I followed him into Pokemon. I was never a Pokemon player, but like a lot of the video game choices I made were me trying to play a game with my son, right? Like something cooperative, something fun. I do not know Skibbity. Oh yeah, that's I've seen it. It's weird, right? It's a weird video, man. YouTube's strange. Guy's head in the toilet. I tried connecting with my son, and it's been difficult. It's been really difficult with video games. Some because we have different tastes. Some because even when we do have the same taste, it kind of feels like we're playing our own game. Like he's playing a game on his own, and I'm playing a game on my own, and we're sometimes talking to each other. Like if we're playing Valheim, for example. Yeah, we played that for a while. We're kind of just doing our own thing. And I don't know, like there's something about being like, I'm on my computer and he's on his computer. I don't know, it doesn't feel the same as this. It doesn't feel like really connecting. There's something different about actually being present and physical and paying attention to literally the same thing, as opposed to paying attention to digitally the same thing. I don't know, I don't know if it's something symbolic. I have no idea, but I've tried for years and it just hasn't worked. So when we started playing Dungeons and Dragons and we started playing some card games, it really helped. Like we were connecting more. We would play the game and we remember more of what we did afterwards. It just felt more substantial. And I think it's been a blessing to my son too, because I think he actually appreciates that time with me more than video game time. I don't know. I've played video games with him, and he never really seemed to appreciate that we just played 3 hours of Minecraft, you know? And like, it was just like, okay, the time was over now. Same thing with Fortnite, Marvel Rivals. But like when we play like real games together, he seems to respond to it differently. So that's kind of why I would rather play board games that are like video games. I don't think tabletop RPGs need to be like video games. I'm kind of just curious if there's any cool mechanics from video games that could come to a TTRPG. You know, like, is there a way to make a TTRPG that is like the Outer Wilds? You know, I like that game is so cool to me. Like just saying the name of it makes me want to jump into that little spaceship and just, you know, like straight to the deep, you know, and like for the first 10 times I'm trying to pass through the barrier and I'm like, why can't I get in there? And I'm like, oh, I got to turn this planet off or something. Anyways, I love that game so much. I kind of wish there was a game that was like a real game like it. I don't know. Maybe there's some way to do that. I have no idea. All right. Bishop knows where it's at. He's matte for life. No, you're right. He is matte for life. He's no gloss varnishes for him. He did a cool thing the other day, and I like totally resisted him on it when he was doing it. So he had messed up one of his Tyrannid's arms. I think it's not this one, but basically he had cut into one of the claws, and got a really big gash in one of the claws, and it was just bothering the heck out of him. So he's like, hey, can I take this glue and turn it into sprue glue? And I was like, no, you can buy your own glue for that. I don't know what that is. And like, he didn't explain like exactly what it was for. He kind of just got upset and argued. He eventually convinced me that it was a good idea because of what it's useful for. And he ended up patching his guy. Let's see if I can actually find it. Yeah, here's the actual one. Okay, this is the one he cut into the claw of. And I have no idea where he cut into the claw of. Like, I'm spinning this thing around, I'm looking for a claw. And I think, you know what? I think it's right there. I think it's right there. I think what he did is he divoted it out a little bit. I'm not sure. But anyways, he did a really good job of sprue gluing it back to where I'm going, is it that? Is it that? You know? These models, he did a really good job. These things are super, like, just so detailed. So many little pieces. You know? Like, and he did a good job putting that together where I don't see any mold lines. I don't see any, any cracks or seams. He just did such a good job of putting that together. Yeah. Let's see. There are no mess ups in minis, just happy little accidents. You are totally right. Okay, see, or incorporating Outer Wilds type stuff in my project. Okay, I love hearing that, Argus. That makes me, oh man, that makes me excited. Okay, here's the thing. I can't wait, Argus, until you have a version of this thing ready for me to build something like this for, right? Like just for me to build some kind of psycho map. You know, I mean, like I have a bunch of this stuff. This is all the, probably can't really see it in there. What's this stuff called? Tinker Turf. Next month, I plan on getting a bunch more of this. It's pretty cheap on Amazon. This comes in a starter box, it's like $50, and you can get like the whole array. Like there's like a satellite dish array, and there's one that has like box holders, like with a crane arm and stuff. It's all pretty cheap. Sometimes it's expensive, but Amazon has sales on it all the time. And I kind of just wait until I find like a $70 set that's $30 or $40, and I just grab a bunch of them. So yeah, that terrain is awesome, and I want to build something like this, but sci-fi. All right, I've rambled on for quite a while. What is it, 82 minutes? Yeah. I'm gonna get ready to wrap up. I think Bishop's gonna be home soon. I'm gonna start setting up this game and try and figure out how to play it. As soon as I get some idea how this thing plays or what it's like, I will, you know, I'll start posting some videos about it, because I like this type of genre of games. I think it's really good to get, you know, that 8 to 15-year-old boy interested in board games. You know, I think this is the type of game that can capture an 8 to 15-year-old kid in a way that a lot of other games can't. So I'm hoping this one does it, because I've been trying to play games with Gabriel, another friend of mine and Bishop's. I've been trying to play games with Gabriel for a while. We kind of got there with Zombicide, but he sort of didn't care. And I want him to actually care. Like, I want him to play, and I want him to want an outcome in the game, not just be like trying to get it over with. So I'm hoping this one actually might be it. So I'm gonna learn it and try it. Oh, the guy sent me, it was so nice of him. He sent me a set of these miniatures and said I can keep them. Because I've already started painting the big versions. Like I have this girl here in like 100 millimeter or 75 millimeter figure, but he sent me the minis for the game. So instead of just sending me like little like token cards, I haven't actually pulled these guys out yet. So there's the Guardian. No, sorry, Vanguard? I think it's the Vanguard. Let me see, Vanguard, yeah. That guy's the Vanguard. I like his helmet. I mean, I really like these guys. I don't know what, like if it's the aesthetic or something. Now he said they were really fragile, so I need to be careful with them. And I'm in a little bit of a panic mode. He does not seem that fragile. I'm not trying to break him, but he said if I dry brushed them, they might break. And I'm a little nervous because I love dry brushing. All right, hold on. I'm going to put him back. So he sent me the 4 main character minis. Really well packed. There's, hold on, what's her name? Maverick. The Maverick. It's a cool model. All right, see, next one. Whoops. Okay, this one, that's the sniper girl. What is she called? She's called the Operative. I like this mesh pattern. That, like, I want to paint that, I don't know, gold, yellow, and blue or something. Or maybe even like purple and white, like white cape with purple, like violet recesses. These the miniature designs, I don't know. When I see them, I want to paint them. Like, I don't know if that was, I don't know exactly what this guy did in video games. We got to look him up and see his career. Argus, remind me, I want to look this dude up because, like, these are really cool mini designs. This is, I mean, it's like, it looks like Gears of War, Halo, Destiny. You know, it's like this thing. They have big Destiny energy. In my mind, I think that's why I went, okay, he probably comes from Bungie, because this game just kind of looks Bungie. You know, like if Bungie made a board game. This alien, okay, I'm going to have to actually glue this guy together before he makes sense. He's got, like, wow, he's got so many different tendrils that come off his head. Okay, so I've not seen this model before, but you see, like, there's supposed to be an arm coming off of there, and he has, like, these weird, they look like, like trees, plant, like growth. Yeah, so, like, these are coming out of his head in different places, and he's got this giant maw. He's like a cloud of garbage or something. I don't even, like, look at this, like, the stuff at the base. It's like people, like a cloud of people. Those look like arms and legs. I don't know. He's weird. He's totally weird. I love the vibe of this game. It's got like a, you know what it is? It has a sci-fi fantasy look to it. That's kind of what it is. Like, this dude is like a berserker, right? He's like a barbarian. He's got big sci-fi barbarian energy, right? This guy here is like a paladin. He's a blaster rifle paladin. I don't know, he's got big, you know, like, he's got paladin all over him. You know what? I think I might paint these guys like they were Dungeons and Dragons characters, you know? Earth tones, paladin, like white and gold. Her? Oh, yeah, you know what? Her. I'm going to paint her like a wood elf or something. Yeah, like browns and yellows. And then this girl, what do you think she should be? She's got like a sniper rifle. She's some kind of fantasy. Okay, maybe she's the ranger. Maybe she's the wood elf. And then the gun girl is, I don't know, human. I'll just paint her red, white, and blue. You know, it's just, yeah. Okay. Black and white, gold piping. Having a rifle and a sword and a sci-fi exactly the same. Yeah, no, it's such a cool aesthetic. I don't know. It's just I saw his booth. You know, I was walking by his booth, and I was just like, those are weird. Why are those weird? Like, you know, I was looking at this character, and I was like, it's not an alien. What is that? Here. All right, last thing, and then I'm gonna log off here. I'll show you the ones I have upstairs that I'm in the midst of painting. I've gotten the monster almost done. I'm probably gonna touch up, and these are huge. These are like 100 millimeters, I think. I don't think they're 75. They're a little bit big for 75. Sorry, you guys are up here. I'll keep it down. These guys are a little bit big for 75. Where's my light? I've been cleaning up my painting area, so it's a little better than it used to be. I end up. You're good, dude.
I'll turn them off.
Oh no! I want the lights on. Hey, no.
Okay. I'm not finished with this game.
Okay, you're good. Okay.
I'm
All right.
No.
See, So here's my big version of the gun girl. I still have a little bit of dry brushing to do on her, but I put, man, it actually, I don't know how it looks on my phone here. Here, let me give you the better camera. There, now I can see how it looks. Yeah, her eyes, they pop really well. I used the AK fluorescent green on them because I wanted them to be kind of glowing green, and it looks nice. I like that a lot. AK fluorescent green is so far the best fluorescent green I've used. All right, so all right, monster. This guy's rad. I wanted him to kind of look iridescent. Like, I wanted him to look like a cuttlefish. Like he's changing colors, but then I wanted the underside of his things to be green and the top side to be purple. So his like tendrils were different colors. I'm gonna get those with a little brighter purple on the top of them, and then the ground. I'm gonna finish up the ground here and add a little bit of fauna to this rockway here. Probably not as crazy as this, but just a few plants. This one, I actually mashed them down so it looked like force was coming down from the tank.
This time I'll defeat Glenn and then Christopher. I'll be right back.
This is the one I gave to my sister. So this is the Vanguard. I gave my sister this miniature and asked her to start painting it. And this is the color scheme she picked. And I've continued painting it after she was done. I did most of the legs and down here, but she did like most of the coat and all that. See, so I want to, where's the samurai at? The samurai I have in the bag right now. This is a character, I don't know who this is, that's not in the main game right now, but this guy, I was taken to the hospital. I was going to start trying to paint him while we were there. Just never really got the ability to take the pens out. Yeah, he's got this hat, and then he has two of these swords. So he has a look kind of like, what's the character from Metal Gear Solid? Ninja or Raiden. You know, okay, he's got like his one arm is there, and then this arm is, I think, straight down at the side. Yeah, like that. There we go. All right, so him, and then of course, not Vanguard, I already forgot her name. The operative. There we go, operative. There's her sniper rifle there. Anyways, these guys are cool, and I'm enjoying painting them. So far, I've done most of the painting just with these markers here. Not this guy, because he was difficult for me to like just choose colors, because I knew I wanted him to be weird. Anyways, but most of these guys, I've actually just used these real markers. These things are so cool. Like this whole guy is all just these markers. All of her, just the markers, plus a wash. Oh, and the glowing eyes from the fluorescent AK. Yeah, it's my new paint setup now. It's about as clean as it's been for the last month. It's usually pretty messy. All right. I'm gonna get going. Thank you all for hanging out and chilling with me while we looked at the board game stuff. I plan on getting back onto the computers soon for my Thursday night streams. I've just been doing these vertical ones because I don't know. I end up usually picking up about like 16 or 17 subscribers during the stream. I know that this vertical view is not everyone's favorite thing, but it's been good for trying to grow the channel. But I want to actually start getting back onto the big monitor because I like to go back and look at comments while we do those like reading the comments things. I like doing it. I like showing the people who've commented, and it's a fun engagement that I like to have where I'm reading people's comments and everyone gets to kind of see them and respond to them. So I might curate them a little bit more in the future so I'm not just going through 70 or 100 comments, and I might just go through like 10. But you know, that's not a bad idea. Maybe I'll do that. So if you guys happen to see a comment that's really cool and you're in the Discord community, send it my way. But usually I go through all of them. I just take a day or two and just read through everything while I'm out on a walk or something. All right, I'm going to bounce. Y'all have a good night. God bless you. And if you're not on the Discord, join it so we can chat. Bye-bye.